Hey guys, it's me again, and I'm back for Reading Rush. This is already chaotic because I'm already late. This is like 1 in the afternoon, and I just remembered, oh shit, if this is a vlog, I should be telling you things and giving you my TBR and actually doing things for this. So now that I actually have remembered my job, let's, talk about what this week is gonna look like. This week is kind of busier than I originally thought it was gonna be. Tomorrow, I'm actually getting my hair cut, because if you've noticed in the last videos, my hair is an absolute disaster, and it looks disgusting, and I want it gone. I look like a coconut, and I hate it. So I'm gonna be getting it cut, and also I'm meeting with my friend tomorrow, and we're gonna go to a bookstore that's local and everything, so that'll be fun. Maybe I'll get even more books. She wants to go, so I'm gonna go, but I'm very nervous that I'm gonna get more books. And then on Wednesday, I'm driving my mom to an appointment. And then I know on the weekend, I am actually having a picnic with some friends. So a lot of this week is just gonna be very busy. Anyway, let's get to the TBR, because I just want to start reading, I want to eat my lunch, and I want to get going. For the reading rush, the first one is all about the birthstone, so it's a cover that matches your birthstone. And I was born in February, the best month of the year, and I picked Ray Bradbury's Death is a Lonely Business. And I honestly don't know much about this book. I know it's about a writer, and it's early 50s, and some stuff starts to happen. I really like Bradbury's writing, so I'm sure I'm gonna love this one. Okay, so number 2 is a book starting with the. So I picked The Turn of the Key. I feel like I'm gonna get through this fairly quickly. Thrillers are like you usually get through quite fast because to keep you on the edge of your seat. So I feel like I'm not gonna have too much troubles getting through this. Number 3 is a book that inspired a movie you've seen. I didn't really know what book to choose. There's a lot of books that I've actually read before seeing the movie, because if I'm gonna see the movie, I want to read the book first. So I wasn't too sure which one to choose, but I realized Alice in Wonderland is obviously a movie, and I have not read Alice in Wonderland. And it's a very, very short book. Look at these margins. Like, it's like small words, but like, there's so much space at the top and bottom, like, I'm going to fly through this. So Lewis Carroll's got my back. This one's gonna be really easy to get through, so thank God. Number 4 is a book that's the first one you touch. So there's a lot of books on my shelves, so I didn't really know how to go about this, especially since a lot of the books up near the top, I can't actually grab. And I can't actually touch because I am so short. So I decided to rip up a sticky note, the non-sticky part, and put it in my hoodie pocket. So the first one that I grab is gonna be the one that I read. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. I got, this is way too small for you to read. Magic for Liars, which is one that I really wanted to read. The books that I wrote down aren't the ones from here. They are from my TBRs that I had before the reading rush, so I could actually get through some of those too. I was very excited to pick this up, so I'm sure this is not going to be a hassle to get through. Okay, and then book number 5 is something to read outside of the house. I can actually get outside. I have a backyard, and also there's a lot of parks near my house, so there's not really a problem with me going outside. So I could honestly just choose any of the books, but I'm doing this in the idea that I have gone through a lot of these books already, so by day 5, I'm just plowing through, and I have no more books that I really have left. So the one that I chose for that, Station 11. So as you can see, I've already read this bad boy, but it's a book that I really enjoyed the first time I read it, and the second time I read it, and the third time. It was for my English class, so I read it multiple times. But I'm excited to see these characters again and, I don't know, figure out what I can learn about what's going on right now and how I can deal with things based on how the characters deal with things and how my perspective on the book has changed since this has all happened. I think that'll be fun. Number 6 is a book in a genre that you want to read more of. For this one, I was thinking about doing nonfiction. I was thinking about just having The Turn of the Key be that one, but I decided, okay, well, let's actually do a genre that I don't read as much as I should be. So I chose a poetry book. And this one is Nervous System by Rosalie Moffat. And yeah, I don't really know much about this. I think it's a lot about nature and stuff, so I might even take this one with me when I read Station 11 so that I can, I don't know, read outside with this one as well. Okay, and the last one is one that takes place in a different continent. So I really had troubles with this one because a lot of the books that I have take place in the United States or they take place overseas, but I don't want to read them. I just was not interested in reading them at the time. And this one kind of falls into that category. Like, a lot of the ones that take place overseas, for me, they are a lot darker. I don't know if I'm ready for a darker book right now. So I'm choosing two. The Confessions of a Mask, which is by Yukio Mishima. It's about a boy in Japan who is gay, and I'm pretty sure it's going to end up being dark. So, yikes. But if I get to this book at a certain point and I'm like, I know I'm not going to be able to deal with a dark book right now, I'm already reading Station 11. Instead, I'll do A Tale for the Time Being. There's still some dark elements in this one, but I've already read it, so it's not going to take me off guard. So that is my TBR. That is 7-ish books. So I have a long week ahead of me. My goal is to get at least 5 books read, which is still a lot, but I have a couple of books in there that are pretty short and that I can just go through and not have to worry about, like Alice in Wonderland and the poetry book. Like, those I can get through like nothing. So I'm hoping that I can get through them. That might not be possible. My other goal is that I actually wake up in the morning at a decent time, so I'm hoping that I can wake up at 8:30 every morning and then just get started, get reading, get doing what I need to do. Yeah, so I'm gonna get going because I need to start reading, for God's sake. So I'll see you after lunch. See you then. So while I was reading, I had the greatest soundtrack. The neighborhood kids decided that it was time to scream, yell, holler, cry, just have an all-out World War III, just in the time that I was reading. So, yeah, I hope that doesn't happen for the rest of the week. Alright, so I just finished Alice in Wonderland, or Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, and I'm not too sure exactly what my thoughts are yet on it. I mean, I really enjoyed it. It was really, really fun. And I just loved the humor in it. It just was very light and very smart. Yeah, I just love... I didn't really know what to expect from Alice in Wonderland, because I have all these ideas of like what people say. It's kind of like actually being able to grab my own idea of it. It was nice. And everyone in it was so mean to her. And I mean, she was mean too. Like, she kicked someone, she like got angry quite often. She reminded me of like Goldilocks, like just going into people's houses and into people's areas and just assuming that she's welcome and assuming that she has a right to grab things or drink things or eat things. It's a book that I can see myself rereading in the future. I really enjoyed following Alice through this, and I mean, I know there is Alice Through the Looking Glass, so maybe I'll try to pick that one up in a similar cover and then read that one in the future, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's like 7 o'clock now, and I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I think my mom is making some right now, so I think I'm going to start this after dinner and really start getting into it, but I'm actually really proud of the fact that I'm already done one of the 7 books, so I'm making good progress even though I waited 12 hours, more than that. I waited so long to get started, so I am hoping that this kind of progress keeps up for the week. But only time will tell, I guess. Maybe I'll start this right now. I don't know, I think I'm a little bit word tired, so I might just watch something on YouTube to reset and then start. I don't know. I'll fill you in on what I do. I got a haircut, and I'm back. It is Tuesday, it is the second day of the reading rush, and I did do some of my first goal. I did wake up at 8:30 today, because I had my haircut at like 11. I'm not looking like a coconut anymore, so What a great turn of events. I also met up with my friend Shayla, like I was talking about, and we decided to go to a local used bookstore that is in our like city, and we decided to go there. They have cats there. It was very nice. It was very cute. Because of that, I got a couple more books, and I think I got some good books, so I'll show you those. And then behind me, you can see I have some packages that came in the mail. They're book related, so it's perfect. I'll open them up and show you what I got. And then it's pretty much dinner time for me, and then after dinner, I'm hoping that I can just sit, get most of the Turn of the Key finished. I got up to about like page 22 last night, but I mean, I didn't really get further than that, so I'm hoping that I can get that done. So I'll start with Galileo's Daughter. So this one is by Dava Sobel, and it is about, it's a memoir about Galileo and his daughter, and their relationship, and all that good jazz. The reason why I picked it up is actually because I directed a one-act show in my school. The main character, his favorite book was Galileo's Daughter, and he owned a bookstore, and so I wanted to pick up Galileo's Daughter because nostalgia and, you know, all the good stuff. So I picked it up, and I'm actually quite excited to read it. I don't usually read memoirs, but it seems actually quite interesting. I mean, obviously, I have an attachment to the book because it's of its association with something I did, but I don't know. I'll see how it turns out. I got As You Like It, and this is a really nice, I don't know, almost like woodblock looking, it's a really nice kind of cover, and it really caught my eye. And it was actually like quite cheap, so I was like, let's go. As illustrations. I was actually really surprised to find it, and I was actually really happy because I haven't actually read this one yet. Macbeth. I don't have a copy of Macbeth that I quite like, so I decided to pick it up. And I'm not gonna annotate either of these, but I am gonna just keep them as a nice copy of the plays. I also got Aztecs of Mexico. Obviously, some of this information is going to be slightly off because they've made new discoveries in the past like 10, 15 years. But I'm gonna read this, and I'm gonna try to read more recent book or more recent articles so that I can kind of compare and contrast what they knew then to now. I think that'd be interesting. And I'm just excited because I really do like learning about Aztecs and Mayan culture. So I'm stoked to see where this goes. By some stroke of luck, I found Albert Camus' The Outsider. And as you guys know by now, I really liked Albert Camus' The Plague. So I really wanted to read more by him, and I figured, fuck it, let's just go and get it. So I grabbed it. It was only like $2, so it was worth it. And if you hear any noise in the background, it's just my dad. He's cleaning off the barbecues. But I also got The Traveling Cat. This is by Hiro Arikawa. So this is about a man who he decides to take a journey with his cat to visit some of his friends. And so it's about the traveling cat and his chronicles. I think I'm gonna switch this one out for the one that takes place in a different continent because I think it just sounds so cute, and I just want to read a cute book right now. I don't really want anything dark, and both those stories that I was talking about reading yesterday are both quite dark actually, so I think this is actually a better substitute. So I think this is actually gonna be this is a good choice that I ended up getting. Those are the books I ended up getting, but I got those packages. So I'm gonna open those up right now too, because I can't wait to open things. I am too curious, and even if I know what they are, I really want to know what's in them. So I'm gonna open this one. Now I just gotta get through the tape. Okay. onto the floor. Don't need that. Bam. Okay. I'm very excited to show you guys what I got. I got kind of like a Fahrenheit 451 one, which is Read Banned Books, it says on it. So they look like this. And I was like, oh, that is very much Fahrenheit 451. And favorite book, need to have matching socks. So I got it because I have no self-control. And then the next pair of socks are just like library card socks. And I thought they were very cute. So I got them because, come on. So they look like this. I think they're gonna be pretty big on my foot, but like most of my socks are pretty big, so I'm not too concerned. Okay, and now for the shirts. Oh, and the company actually is out of print. They do donate to literacy programs, so I'm always fine with buying things from them. This one I was really excited to get because one of my favorite books is Frankenstein. So I decided to get an oversized for sleep Frankenstein. And I don't really have a lot of shirts that I just use for sleep. So I wanted to get this one specifically because their shirts are quite soft. So I got this one specifically to wear to sleep. So I didn't have to really, or for like editing and stuff, just like lounging. Because I don't actually have a lot of those kind of things. I just wear bigger shirts. I also got, this is one of my favorite sci-fis. I got Ender's Game. And I love the original, like, book cover. Seemed to be actually quite a good size, so I probably will wear them this week. And then this one I got, I haven't read this one yet, but I love the movie that was inspired by it. And I am planning, because my dad has pretty much been begging me to read it the last, when was I born? So I'm going to read it, and I'm probably going to read it while wearing the shirt. So I got Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? And I thought that this one was really cool. I liked the face, seemed really fun. So I thought, hey, let's get it. Let's get this sheep. This one's the same kind of gist, except instead of my dad wanting me to read the book, it is I just liked the shirt, and I wanted the shirt. And yeah, I haven't read the book yet. It's a classic, so I probably will end up reading it at some point or the other. Yeah, so I got Animal Farm, but it is the Japanese cover, and it is beautiful, and I love it. So I got it. This shirt, so this is the last one, I saw and was very... It just took me as soon as I saw it, and so I definitely had to get it. So I got the Odyssey, and look how great that is. Look how great. A nice Zeus man bringing down some lightning. That's how you know you're in Greek mythology, boys, is Zeus having a tantrum. So those are all of the shirts and socks. So I am now going to move on to the last package. This is a book depository package, and I'm like 99% sure I know what it is. There you go. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna show you the front first, and then I'm gonna turn it around to face me. And oh my goodness, look at that beautiful foiling. That is just everything I want in life and in death and in anything. I just want beautiful bronze foiling. So finally, after like 3 weeks or so of waiting, I got the beautiful cover. And I am not mad that I spent money on that book twice. Very happy that I checked my mailbox today. Those are both the packages and kind of what I did today. I am going to read until dinner, and then I'm going to eat dinner and then read even more. So yeah, I'll see you then. Hey guys, so it's now Wednesday morning, and I'm very, very tired. I didn't get to bed at a really good time, and so I only got like 5.5 hours of sleep. So now I'm sitting outside my mother's doctor appointment, and I have probably about an hour to read before her appointment is done. So I'm gonna do that. I have the Turn of the Key with me, so I should be able to do that if I actually just sit and read and don't distract myself with my phone or something. I didn't really read a lot last night. I probably got about like 10 more pages, which is not really good. But I'm thinking today, after this, it's gonna be pretty much a free day, so I'm gonna pick up lunch on the way home from this, and then that way I don't have to worry about cooking anything, and then I can just read, eat dinner, read, and then sleep. And then that way I've kind of caught up on most of my reading that I'm supposed to be doing. But yeah, let's hope for the best. So it is like 11:30, 11:40-ish. I got some reading done today, mainly focused on other things today. I had a really late night last night, so I I couldn't focus. I just couldn't focus on reading. I don't have anything tomorrow. I don't have a single thing to do. So what I'm going to do now is just read with reckless abandon. That's my plan for the rest of the night. I'm gonna try to read 50 more pages, so try to get to page 100. I'm not gonna update you once I'm done that tonight, because my dad's gonna be in bed and I'm not gonna wake him up, because that would be very rude of me as his son. So I'm going to just update you in the morning. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a good night. Yeah. So it is now Thursday, and I did wake up late. It is like 11:20 now instead of the 9:30 that I was hoping for. I woke up and I did another kind of like chapter-ish. I'm gonna update you guys though right now, like on what I'm thinking of the Turn of the Key right now, because I am 118 pages in, so I am probably like a third of the way through, I would say. So good so far. There's some points during thrillers, the reason why I don't read them all too much is that I start reading them and then the conflict starts happening and I really don't care about the main character or the conflict or anything like that. So I'm just kind of sitting there like, okay, or I can kind of guess what's gonna happen. I'm getting the impression that that's not the case here, and I really, really like the way that it is written. It is written, I don't want to ruin too much because I liked exploring it, but it is, she's writing a letter to a lawyer to replace her own lawyer that she has at the moment, detailing what it was that happened. And that format really is intriguing, and like even at points where I'm like, fuck, I wish things were happening a little bit faster, I was like, okay, I don't really care about this. I am intrigued at what is going to happen because of the letter format, because it seems so personal when she is, in a sense, talking to someone. This is like almost, it makes it more intimate, and so it makes it creepier, I would say. I'm really enjoying this, and I think I'm gonna be able to finish it by like dinner time, so I'll start to have to think about what book I'm gonna read next. I am realizing how much I haven't been doing up to this point. So I, last night, got more reading done, and I actually finished The Turn of the Key, and I finished it quite late at night and then went to bed, so then today it pushed me later on into the day where I woke up, which I really should have thought that through. I should have just woken up early and finished it. But there's something about thrillers where you just want to read them at night when it's spooky, so I did finish this, and I really quite liked it. I really loved the main character. She was very relatable, and you always were wanting the things that were happening to her. You didn't want them to be happening. You just very much wanted her to be safe. You wanted her to have security in all the different scenarios, and yeah, it was because of that, the thriller really was successful in that sense, where I was constantly worried for her and wondering what was going to happen next. Yeah, I really did enjoy it. There were some things where, like, at points I was kind of losing a bit of interest, but I wasn't losing interest so much that I wasn't still interested in reading it. There were just points where I was just kind of waiting, which is typical in thriller. You're waiting to get more information, or you're waiting for things to happen. But I did wish that things of more consequence sort of started happening just a little bit earlier, but it didn't bother me enough that it was too big of a deal. But yeah, I really did enjoy this. The last, like, 50 pages were just, oh my god, very, they hit very hard. And that's not necessarily a spoiler, I'm not really spoiling anything for you, but it was just, I didn't see it coming, and then what did end up happening that I wasn't expecting, it just, like, really caught me off guard, and I was like, no, I didn't want that to happen, but yeah, I really did enjoy it. It gave me the good twists and turns. I would recommend reading this if you like thrillers. Alright, so today my goal is to get one more book done, and I am very positive that I can get that done. I have the rest of the day clear. It is like 2 o'clock right now, 2:30, and I have quite a bit of time, and I'm actually going to do the Traveling Cat Chronicles. I just need something light, and I need something that won't be as heavy, and I'm hoping that this won't be as heavy as The Turn of the Key. I need something that's not a thriller, and it's not, look at all this creepy stuff. I just need something summer. But I'm just gonna start reading. I have a feeling that this one's gonna be a very good one. So I'm very excited. Yeah, I'll see you on the flip. I finished the Traveling Cat Chronicles in one sitting. I got started and I just, like, did not want to stop. It was, I obviously did not know what it was about when I went into it. I just kind of was like, there's a cat and he's going on a journey, how cute. And oh my god, I was, like, almost crying by the end. There was, like, multiple points, like, around, like, this kind of point where I was getting close to tears. I don't know, there was something about the entire story being, well, not the entire story, but a lot of the story being from the cat's perspective that just ruined me. I just was, oh my goodness. Yeah, it was so well done, and I loved how the information was given to us, or to me. Every single, like, time I put down the book to, like, go to the bathroom or, like, whatever, I wanted to know what was happening next. Book is, like, 277 pages, but it felt short. It felt, I mean, it is not that long of a book, but it felt not as long as it was. It felt like it was only, like, what, 100 pages. It really got me. I think because it deals with a lot of, like, concepts that I'm thinking of, like looking back in your life and love and the ideas of friendship and family. Those are things that really do interest me because I have been thinking a lot about them in the last kind of year. So having a book that dealt with it a lot and from a cat's perspective, it was very nice to have. As much as I was like, oh no, I can see kind of where it's going and I'm gonna be sad. I also was like, you know what? The way it's done though is very happy, and it's, well, not necessarily fully happy, but it's, the way it's done, it has almost like a lightness to it still. If you have a pet of some sort, like I've had a dog. If you've had, like, a cat, especially if you've had a cat, then this book is something that I think that you should read. I pretty much fell in love with it as soon as it started. So, and I mean, like, with all these cute illustrations, it's hard not to love this book. I am definitely going to reread this again in the future, because holy guacamole, I absolutely loved it. There's nothing really else to say about it. It really took me. Anyway, and now that I finished this one in one sitting and I absolutely loved it, I'm going to move on to something that hopefully won't be as dark, and I mean, I can probably take it a little bit better because it is the poetry book that I am picking up for the genre that you don't read it a lot of, or you want to read more of. So I'm going to go with this one and see if I can get through this by the end of today, and if I can, maybe I'll start another one, but I'm not too sure. We'll have to see. Okay, I'm just filming this really quickly before I leave. I'm meeting my friends to go thrifting, and then we're gonna have a picnic. So just thought I'd update you. I got into the prologue of Magic for Liars, and I'm really enjoying it so far. There's been a murder, and so I'm excited to see where is it? Her name is Ivy Gamble, where Ivy Gamble comes in as a detective. So I'm very excited. I'm liking it so far. I'm only like 10 pages in, but yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm also wearing the Ender's Game shirt, so I kind of look like an 80s 12-year-old. But yeah, see ya. Boy, I've got some updates for you. I have finished Magic for Liars, and I've also gone thrifting with some friends. Had a picnic, had all that fun stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to show you what books I got, and I'm going to talk about Magic for Liars in a second. So I got The Complete Persepolis, which I was not expecting to find. We went into Value Village looking for clothes, and I found The Complete Persepolis, because of course I did. And yeah, there's only like a little... someone had bent this part of the book back, and there's a coffee stain at the bottom. But I mean, that makes it all the more special. No one else has a book with a bend like this and a beautiful little coffee mark like that. So, it's perfect. And I'm actually really excited to read it because I keep seeing it everywhere, and I want to get into graphic novels and stuff. I have a graphic novel idea that I want to write, so seeing the really highly regarded graphic novels is gonna be really good research for me. So I'm excited to put this on my shelf and then pick it up when I'm in a graphic novel mood. And then I also got the Pan's Labyrinth book from Guillermo del Toro and Cornelia Funk. I love what it looks like without the dust jacket. It is so beautiful, and on the back it's really nice as well. So honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna keep the dust jacket because this is just super nice. And then it is illustrated as well, so there are moments like this. Yeah, so this movie really creeped me out when I was young. I had nightmares. So it was all of the hand guy. That hand man, scary. What a scary guy. I have some thoughts about Magic for Liars. I'm not too sure what to think about this. I can tell you for certain that I really did not like the first, 50 to 100 pages. I was kind of worried that I would hate it. I don't know. There was a scene in particular where she's talking, the main character, Ivy, is talking to a barman, and a barkeep, and I'm saying it like I'm talking about a really old-timey man. She was talking to a bartender and explaining her life and her entire life story to this bartender. And I hated it. She just sits down and monologues to this guy that we don't ever see ever again about her entire life. And it spells things out. Spells like magic. Oh my god, pun. But it spells things out perfectly and so directly that it just takes away any of the impact that that we would have had going into the later chapters. Like, you have this emotional connection between all the family members that you can really savor and drop in as this character goes along. But instead, Sarah Gailey just threw it all at us at the very beginning. And so any impact that we would have had if it was spaced out is now gone. We don't have to work to understand this character. We don't have to work to find the missing pieces and understand that, oh, yeah, no, she doesn't have a great relationship with these people, or she has an amazing relationship with this person. It's all just immediately given to us. There are parts where I was really enjoying it from probably, I read this all in one sitting practically, so I did enjoy it enough to sit down and read it all in one go, but there were things that I was just, it wasn't satisfying. I didn't really care who had done it, who had killed this person. I more cared about this character Ivy and her relationship with magic in the magic world the murder mystery part was not as strong as her relationship to the other characters, which I think was done intentionally, but then I want the stakes for her and her relationships to be higher. I want those aspects, I want those tensions to be more. There were things that went off almost nowhere, and there were things that I wished had more time to them. Like, I feel like there were things that should have had a bit more development to them, and I felt like there were aspects that should have been focused on more than other aspects. I have no idea. I think I just need a little bit more time to digest all of my feelings about this book. I'm not too sure if I like it or not yet. I think I'm gonna have to give it a moment to sit, because there are things that I really did like. However, I think what I'm going to do now is eat some dinner and edit at the same time, because your boy needs to get his videos out. And then I'm going to read more. That's the moral of the story. Hey guys, so I've done some reading, and I'm over a quarter of the way through Death is a Lonely Business. I'm on page 78, 79, and I mean, I'm enjoying bits of it right now. It wasn't what I was expecting it was gonna be, so I'm a little bit, I don't know if I'm not necessarily, like, disappointed, but I'm not too sure how I feel about it right now. There's a lot that I'm kind of just like, I don't know how I feel about that scene. It was kind of boring. So, I mean, I don't have to like everything from Ray Bradbury to like Ray Bradbury's writing, so I'm not fully enjoying this one right now, but there are some scenes that I'm like, oh shit, that is very relatable as a writer, and that's something I can very much speak to. It's nice so far. I'm like neutral at the moment. But my friend invited me to go to a market. I haven't seen her in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to go and walk around this market with her. Yeah, I'll see you. Yeah. We made it to the end of the week. Look at us go. I am reading Death is a Lonely Business outside today, and we had to burn some stuff in the fire, so I figured it was a perfect time to do it. I'm wearing my dad vest, and I'm wearing a new shirt that I got. So, perfect ensemble and a perfect day to read outside. And I am really enjoying actually reading outside more, especially now that it's summer. It feels right. And my dad did join me at a certain point. I dragged him out so that he and I could both get some reading done. Yeah, it was really nice to read outside and reading Death is a Lonely Business. It started to actually get a little bit better for me. I am enjoying it a bit more now. I'm not finished it yet. Yeah, I'm not even finished it now. I think I got into a bit of a reading slump by the end of the week. So I think it was just all of the sad books and just all the reading that I was doing. I think I was just a bit too tired for it. So I think it just put me into a weird headspace. But I'm really glad I did do this. It gave me a lot of new ideas for YouTube, and it gave me a lot of ideas for reading, and I just had a lot of fun. I really like experimenting with stuff, so this video for me is just a video to experiment and to just not take too seriously and just go at it and have fun. So I hope that you had fun with me, because I sure had a blast. I really enjoyed just being able to share what I'm reading on a day-to-day basis. I think I'm actually going to try doing videos like this more often. And I think that next year I am going to try to be a bit more consistent with my filming and actually come into it with a bit more of a plan, because I was a little bit all over the place in this, but I mean, who cares? Whatever, right? I had fun, and that was what matters. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, because I sure enjoyed making it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much where I'm going to end it. I'm not going to do a wrap-up for July.
because I didn't really read books outside of this. I did read Johnny Appleseed, but I'm going to just include that in my August wrap up. I'll just push that review or that recap into August. Yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have to tell you guys. I really do hope you guys enjoy this video and that maybe you guys pick up one of these books, and if you have read one of these books, let me know cuz I want to know what you guys think about these. If you guys are on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday or Saturday or even a Sunday, I almost forgot that. I hope you guys are having a good one. And at that, I'm gonna leave you guys there. Yeah, so like, subscribe if you want to. That's totally up to you. But have a good one.